Hello viewers, this lecture is under the initiative of Zoological Society of Assam. I, Professor Parthankar Choudhury from the Department of Ecology and Environmental Science, Assam University Silchar, would like to discuss with you on the topic R and K selection strategies. This lecture is dedicated to Professor late Umesh Chandra Goswami, who was in the Department of Zoology, Guwahati University. Learning outcomes, biotic potential and environmental resistance. Population growth forms two types, J-shaped growth and R-shaped growth. Then R selected species and K selected species. In nature, we find animals whose body size ranges from very small to very big. We find as small as tiny microscopic amoeba to huge sized elephant. This fish, rohu fish, scientific name Labeo rohita. Let us discuss about the egg laying ability. Let us assume that a single female rohu fish lays 1 lakh eggs. If all the eggs are hatched, then out of these approximately 50% will be male and another 50% will be female. If all the male fish and the female fishes survive and reproduce, and they reproduce once a year, then at the end of first year there will be 50,000 into 50,000, that is 250 crores of fish price. If 50% of these are male and another 50% female, then there will be this much number, that is 125 crores of the male fishes and 125 crores of female fishes. If these male fishes and female fishes reproduce once a year, then at the end of second year there will be this huge size of fish price. And if this process continues for say 10 years, then hardly there will be any space in the water for any other organisms to live. All the areas will be occupied with rohu fish only. In reality, this does not happen, because the potentiality of an organism to grow to its maximum, which is also known as biotic potential or BP, often face resistance from the nature, which is known as environmental resistance or ER. Thus, BP is reversibly related to ER. Potentiality of an organism for its growth, that is population growth, is taken up for discussion in the next few slides. Population is a changing entity. Its size and composition is always changing depending on the natality or birth rate, mortality or death rate, immigration, that is moving away, and immigration, that is moving inside. Population of any species show growth form or growth patterns. Basically, these are differentiated into two types, S-shaped and J-shaped. Let us first discuss about the J-shaped growth. In the beginning, the population increases very fast, then abruptly stops as the environmental resistance comes into force. This may be in the form of shortage of food and space, or termination of reproductive season, and the likes. Thus, in this pattern of growth, the density reaches the maximum upper limit, remains there at that level for a brief period of time, and then follows a sharp decline. The next type is S-shaped growth. It shows slow growth in the beginning, then exponential growth, then midpoint or inflection point, and then reaches the peak known as stabilization point or upper asymptote. Let us discuss in detail about these different stages. In the S-shaped or sigmoid form of growth pattern, the population, after settling in a suitable area, increases slowly at the beginning, known as positive acceleration phase, then increases rapidly, known as logarithmic phase, and finally slows down as the environmental resistance increases. This is known as negative acceleration phase. After this, an equilibrium level is reached around which the population size oscillates more or less in a uniform way. The upper level, beyond which no further increase of population takes place, is called the upper asymptote. Let us discuss about the life history patterns or survivorship curve. Three different types of curves are there. One is highly convex, type A, type C is highly concave, and type B is intermediate pattern. Let us discuss about these three different types of curves. When we put all these type A, type B and type C in one single graph, it looks like this. The survivorship curve, as already explained, are of three general types, A, B and C. A highly convex type A is characteristics of species in which the mortality rate is low until near the end of the lifespan. For example, dull sheep, human beings, etc. A highly concave, that is type C, it results when the mortality is high during the young stages. For example, oysters, shellfishes, oak trees, etc. The intermediate pattern, type P, here the age-specific survival is more nearly constant, so that the curve approaches a diagonal downward straight line on a semi-log plot. This is referred to as B. So B2, what we see here, is again of three different types. One subtype is B1 and B3. So we'll explain about B1, B2 and B3 in the next slide. In reality, diagonally downward straight line never happens. This is because no population in the real world has a constant age-specific survival rate throughout the lifespan. A stair-step type, that is B1 type of survivorship curve, may be expected if survival differs greatly in successive lifestyle stages, as is often the case in holometabolous insects. In B1, the steep segments represent egg, pupation, and the short-lived adult stage, while the flatter segments represent the larval and pupal stages that suffer less mortality. In B3 type, the curve is slightly concave or sigmoid in the beginning, This is because the mortality rate is high in the young but lower and more nearly constant in the adult. Example, mice, rabbits and many birds. This is a comparative presentation of logistic and sigmoid growth curve, S-shaped and J-shaped growth curve. In the curve, we find that in J-shaped growth, the population has reached the carrying capacity. The time required for reaching the carrying capacity in case of J-shape is almost half, which is required for S-shaped curve. So time in one case, that is in case of S-shaped curve, is double than what is required by J-shaped curve to reach the carrying capacity. So the difference between J-shape and S-shape, here some vertical lines are, horizontal lines are there, and these horizontal lines represent the environmental resistance. So these lines represent that in the initial stages the resistance was less, in the medium stages resistance is optimum, and it is maximum at the end. Coming with three terminologies: N is population, R is growth rate, K is carrying capacity. We will discuss now about the R and K selected species. So these have different reproductive patterns. R selected species, they are opportunists. K selected species, they are competitors. R selected species are known as growth rate selected species. They have the following characteristics, like they have rapid rate of development, they have high reproductive rate, early reproductive age, and thus early sexual maturity. Most of them have one reproductive cycle. They have small body size. They have short lifespan. They have poor competitive ability. They have high rate of offspring mortality. They live in unstable and thus disturbed environment. Their offspring gets dispersed over wider areas. They have limited or no parental control, and in them population is below the carrying capacity of the habitat. Examples of some of the R selected species are amoeba, mushroom, honeybee, etc. K selected species, which are also known as carrying capacity selected species, they have on the other hand the following characteristics. They are large bodied species, they have slow rate of development, they have late reproductive age, they have multiple reproductive cycles, they have longer life expectancy. They have high rate of parental care, they have strong competitive ability, they have fewer offspring and have lower rate of offspring mortality, they have limited offspring dispersal and relatively steady population near the carrying capacity, and they live in undisturbed and stable environment. Examples of K selected species are human beings, rhinoceros, elephants, etc. This graph shows that the R selected species and the K selected species simultaneously on a curve. The R selected species who at the bottom of the curve they experience R selection, and at the top of the curve are the K selected species which experience K selection. With this, I have come to an end of this presentation. If there is anything to know more, please write me an email at the mail ID given. Thank you all for patient hearing.